Assalamu alaikum, this is Muhammad Khair, math teacher at KKI Schools, and our lesson today 8-7 factoring special cases, and our objective is to factor perfect square, but this time to factor perfect square what? Trinomial. Previously you learned the perfect square numbers, you remember them? You remember the perfect square numbers? Who remember them? Can you mention the perfect square number? Yes, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, yes, 81, and 100, and so on. Yes, all of these number is a perfect square because each of them, this coming from 1 multiply 1, this coming from 2 multiply 2, and this coming from 3 multiply 3, and this coming from 4 multiply 4, and this coming from 5 multiply 5, and so on. You know the story. But this time you will deal with what, my dear student? You will deal with perfect square trinomials. Are you happy with that? Let us start. Now factor each expression. The first one, this one, let us take it down here, okay, which is this. Okay, if you see here, the C here is a perfect square. It is coming from 8 multiply 8. Yes, so your solution here directly, it is y negative 8 and y negative 8. You will ask me why negative? Because the middle term is negative. Okay, easy. Yes, because I know this is a perfect square coming from 8 multiply 8 or negative 8 multiplied by negative 8. Are you happy with that? But why I choose this one? Because this sign, if this sign is positive, I will choose this one, so it will be positive 8, positive 8. Are you happy with that? Good. So if you check the C here and figure out this is, or find out it is a perfect square, your life will be easier. But actually you have one small check here to make sure all things is good, which is the mid term here. Okay, as you know what we did before, we figure out this is a perfect square. It is coming from 8 multiply 8, and 8 plus 8 give me a 16, so I'm good. Are you happy with that, my dear student? Good. Can we take another example, teacher? Yes. For example, x square minus 10x plus 25. Actually I have a perfect square here, and this is coming from 5 multiply 5. So the answer is, I will draw like this and put x here and x here, and because this is negative, so I need negative and negative, and draw the 5 and the 5. Is it good? Good. It is easy, yes? Good. Let us move to the second question here. Now we are here. Okay. Now I forget to tell you something here. Let us come back a little bit, my dear student. Okay, see here, the coefficient is 1. Okay, my dear student, the coefficient is 1. So what we did is good for that only. But if I have a coefficient here, okay, you have to do what I will tell you now. Okay, now actually the positive 4, it is what? It is it is what? It is a perfect square, and it is coming from 2 multiply 2. But before that, don't forget you have a coefficient here. So what I have to do, teacher? You do this. Okay. The first one here, this one, 9q square, it is coming from, it was 3q with power 2 plus 12q as it is, as you see. I bring it down or drop it down, plus 4. The 4 is coming from 2 with power 2 because it is coming from 2 multiply 2. Yes, are you happy with that? Good, good. Now we have this. Is hard. Again, what we did here, we look at the first term here. It is a perfect square and it is coming from 3q multiply 3q. Easy. And the 4, it is coming from, let me erase this, thank you. Okay, and the 4, it is coming from 2 multiply 2, and the middle term as it is. Good, good. Then what we have to do, teacher? Don't do anything, just smile. Okay, just smile. Yes, so you write like this: 3q plus 2, and repeat it, 3q plus 2. You done? Are you happy? Good. Why we write plus, teacher? Look at the middle term and give it to both of them. Okay, good. Now actually if you multiply anything by itself, so it will be 3q. I will write it one time and write square or power 2. Are you happy with that? Okay, you need one more example? Okay, I will give you one more example about this. Okay, I will give you one more example instead of this. For example, if we say, yes, if we say, yes, this is a good example. It is 16p square minus 40p plus 25. Okay, so let us check the first term and the last term if they are a perfect square. This is a perfect square and this is to a perfect square. Actually the first one come from 4b, and I do like this, minus, I bring it as it is, negative 40b, and this come from 5 square. Are you happy with that? Then we write this 4b negative 5 and 4b negative 5. And you know that if you multiply anything by itself, you can write it like this. You write one copy and raise it to the power 2. Are you happy with that, my dear student? It is easy, yes? Good for you. Okay, the last one here. Okay, the last one is p square minus, if I have, this is the difference, or yes, It is what? It is differences between two squares. How we do it? See, it is b square minus 36. Actually, this is a special case. If you have square and square, and it is very important to check this is minus. So if it is a plus, this situation will be different. So what we have to do, we write p negative 6 and p positive 6. Why 6? Because the 36 comes from 6 multiply 6. Okay, my dear student, it is a special case. Let us take 100 example. It is easy. M square minus 25. So it is m minus 5 and m positive 5. Okay, shall I write it correctly before? Let me see, check. Maybe, yes, correct. It was correct. Good for you, my dear student. So if this is square and this is square, so what do I have to do? Yes, m minus 5 and m plus 5. Are you happy with that? Okay. If he want to make it hard for you, for example, he will put like this: 25m square minus 81. Can you deal with it? Yes, this is a perfect square and this is a perfect square. So the first one come from 5m and the second one come from 9. So I will write 1 with minus and the same one with plus 9. Are you happy with that? So very important. This is good to collect a lot of marks, but under one condition. You have to understand it must be a difference between what? Yes, between two squares. A difference between two squares. Are you happy? I hope so. So let us take this one, 81 r square, 81. It is 81, yes. Yes, it is 81 r square, okay, minus 90r plus 25. Check the first term and the second term, they are a square. And the first square come from 9r. And the second one come from 5, yes? And the middle stay. Now what we have to do, here is this. So we write 9r. What is the sign here, my dear student? Yes, great, negative. So 9 minus 5 and 9r minus 5. So teacher, if I have a middle term, that's mean the sign will be the same? Yes. Okay. Okay, the last one here, or yes, let us take this one and we finish. 9h square minus 64. Perfect square, perfect square. So you are very happy. And this is come from, it is a difference between two squares, yes? So 3h. Let us do one step before. Nothing will be different. This is coming from 3h square, yes? And this is coming from 8 square. Good? Good. So the answer will be 3h minus 8. Okay, and 3h what? Positive or minus? Positive. They must be different because we don't have a middle term here. We have only first and last term. So the sign must be different. Okay, are you happy with that, my dear student? I hope you get all the benefit, my dear student. Your life will be so beautiful. Stay with me, okay? And see you in the next video. Goodbye.